time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. Bringing them out, a guy who's top 30 all-time in yards and touchdowns. Not bad for a fourth-round pick back in 2012. Captain Kirk Cousins.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got out of him a little bit good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Off the play fake, Cousins. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I'm going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Another throw, 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading them out, the last active player remaining from the 05 draft, and a name that dominates headlines year-round, Aaron Rodgers.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Chargers at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Short here, caught by the ground. They're getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Rodgers going to throw. Couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Akers. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Akers again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Cam Akers, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Cousins now. And complete this one to Patterson. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Cousins. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you,
now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. More from L.A. in a moment. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
now if they could just get their pass defense in line.
Murray got him. He lost the football. And picked up on the track. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it back to the house. That's a foul recovery and a Charger touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Gano for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So not only the cough, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's Mecole Hardman, fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people out of blitz.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Play action now. Cousins. It's caught. Block it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Patterson running between the tackles. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. 2nd and 7, as they've got it as we resume action. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. Working the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Now Cousins. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the final return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Gano now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run again with Wilson. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Myles Murphy in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Here's A.J. Cole now. Back deep, Marquez Callaway. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
A gain of 3, second down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
A give up the middle to Akers. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Rodgers now on first down. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. This pass is caught by London. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Drake London, his intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Rodgers to throw once more. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Trey McBride, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point try good by Gano. And a round is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Dallas offense set for this next drive. A last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Cousins on first down. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. Call it a gain of a yard. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Cousins. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. This one left side caught by Patterson. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call. They'll throw again. Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Cousins. Throws the out loud and completes it to Samuel. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try...
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Here's Rodgers to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So we've come to halftime after a very... Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball. And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking for London on the out route, complete. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
London moved the chain, something he did 48 times as a rookie last season. First receiver taken in 2022 draft, finished with almost 900 yards in the league's 2nd worst passing offense.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 3.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the ball. Well, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop them. That's just great theater.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Patterson to start the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the pick.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A 1st down and then some. 36 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, Patterson.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Here's Cousins.
And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
From the red zone now, Cousins.
Returning right back to Lockett. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll run with Patterson.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
3rd and goal. Try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Wilson is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And the Chargers coming out on the field now.
And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
They'll go again here with Akers.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from blocking.
Now look out, Rodgers. What's the football? It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And he will find his man Samuel. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. They kept it in the air on 4th, Charles. They ran on 1st and 2nd down, tried it through the air on 3rd and 4th. Couldn't come away with anything on 4th and goal.
And remember, in these situations, the field is really condensed. Everything is squeezed tight. So as a defender, you can actually take more chances here because they won't have as much time to throw the football, and the receiver really can't run past you. If they do, they run out of the back of the end zone. Nice job by the D, shutting them down.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. Akers, he cuts it. Oh, one of the linebackers is good.
And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
This pass caught with the throw. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing, Cousins. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyler Lockett, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this. He
loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
This is 1st and 10.
Cousins to throw it. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Cousins now.
A full left sideline falls incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try to make something good happen.
4th down, Cousins. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They'll try to field goal now with Graham Gano. This to make it a 3-score game late. Gano's kick is good. Extraordinarily even further. So with that, we'll figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
It's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Dallas. 64 yards. To throw is Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyler Lockett. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just lead the day.